Good morning, Aquarius, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your subscriptions as well as your viewership. Okay. Today, what I like to do is just to, give a more specific reading geared toward you couples out there, just as you've seen me post those single readings um, last month, and some of them are still continuing along this month. I just wanted to just give you some insight into your romantic situation and to just show you ways or steps by which you can take to perhaps improve your situation, your existing situation, if it has soured. Okay? So, Aquarius, keep in mind that this reading will not resonate for each and every one of you out there, but for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the information that you're seeking. Okay? So, primarily, I like to address three specific questions. First, I like to just kind of reveal to you an energy that's shown throughout the cards here that you might be clinging to, and an energy that you might consider taking ownership and might decide to let go. And by doing so, it'll help, your relationship flourish. The second thing that I like to discuss is a topic that perhaps you might consider sharing with your partner, or an energy that shows your strength, and something that an energy that you might bring into your romantic situation. And then, third, I like to just give you a few more messages that you might consider paying a bit more attention to. Okay, and this would allow your relationship to restore its balance, restore itself back to the way it used to be, should you decide to take the actions that I'm going to be telling you here. All right. So I'm going to go on and shuffle up these cards today for you, ladies and gentlemen, and just see what we have here. So, Spirit, what message would you have for Aquarius to kind of assist them in improving their relationship? Okay. I ask that you all be open to this reading here. And again, keep in mind that it may not resonate for each and every one of you out there. Okay? So, Spirit, what messages do you have for Aquarius? Okay? Let's see here. Let's start with just looking at the cards falling to the bottom of the deck here. I'm going to select two. We have both the Garden as well as Chivalry. Okay? So with the garden, as many of you know, I mean, of course, when you plant a seed, it takes time, So this card is requiring you to be a bit more patient with your partner here and to continue to trust your intuition, with this card here. And to just relax and meditate, just as you see here with the person here that's kind of like, she's just relaxing, out in nature here. And then you have chivalry, okay? And that card is telling you to try to have a bit more courage and integrity when it comes to your romantic situation. If you are a man, try to embrace, the qualities or the energy of this card a little bit more in your situation. Alternatively, if you're a woman, try to give more thanks. When you're seeing this occurs, or when you're seeing this energy occurring in your life here, or try to allow this into your life a bit more. All right. We can just use a prime example here, particularly when men tend to hold doors open for women. All right. Say thank you, ladies. Okay. You could do something like that. All right. So now let's just move on and just get into your reading and look at your first discussion topic is, and basically what we're going to look at with this card that we have here. And you guys have forgiveness, ladies and gentlemen. And so, again, this card indicates something that you're clinging to, an energy that you're clinging to, and that you kind of need to resolve from the past. And it seems to be kind of holding many of you back here. So it's time that you, maybe some of you may have been hurt in the past, okay? And you haven't fully healed, you know? It's not good to get in, new romantic situations usually when you haven't fully healed. But of course, in this case, this reading is for those of you who have, in fact, gotten in an existing type situation. But I feel that forgiveness will set you free here. I think that that's been kind of holding you back and you've been clinging to that. Okay? So, forgiveness and self respect, ladies and gentlemen, seem to be key here that I'm getting. But you have to forgive not only the other person, ladies and gentlemen, forgive yourself. All right? And know that you are, in fact, forgiven. You see here with the angels up there on the top here. All right? Now, let's move right along and look at a topic that perhaps you might consider discussing with your partner, or a strength or a gift that kind of dwells within you. All right. And this energy of this card is telling you that you guys are very, very lovable too. But you have this yin yang type energy there that falls there. So this card is all about harmony and balance. And it seems that one energy it looks like might be dominating the other here that I'm getting. The feminine and the masculine. So perhaps in your relationship, you know, there might be a need for some type of balance I'm getting. And you might want to consider talking about various adjustments that your relationship might require. Okay. And I feel that perhaps you both need to start discussing and really making decisions together, because again, being that this is suggesting that it's unbalanced here, either the masculine energy is dominating in your situation, or is in fact the feminine perspective. It needs to be a balance here that I'm getting with that card. All right. So let's look at your last card here. Basically, this card is an energy that tells you that you might benefit a great deal if you really put more attention to it. Okay, you have both. I selected two cards here. You have both abundance as well as self-respect here. And abundance doesn't all include or always include. It's not always about money here. Okay, you can be abundant in a lot of areas in your life. Abundance comes along in many forms, like you can have good health, you know. So just know that it seems that this card is suggesting to you that, prosperity is also ahead of you, but stop focusing, you know, too much of your attention on materialistic type things, and understand that abundance can come in many forms. And then you have self-respect. So with self-respect, that's certainly telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's time that you stop compromising your self-respect in your pursuit for love here. Okay? And it tells you to trust your intuition and to really just do what's best for you. It doesn't seem that you guys are kind of experiencing a lot of deceptive type issues I'm getting here in your romantic situation per se. But I do feel that you're holding on to all this guilt and you're bottling up your feelings, and it's just somebody, it looks like one of you is more dominating. So it's time that you have some type of discussion, I'm getting. Okay, but it's certainly time that you forgive. And this has been coming up in a lot of the readings that I've been doing here. And apparently, some of you might not be just getting the message here. It's time to forgive. All right. So I'm going to go on and just shuffle up another deck here for you guys here, just to give you a few more added messages on additional things that you might want to consider to transform and to let go. Okay, and these cards might in fact echo some of the same sentiments that I've already discussed here. So Spirit, what additional messages would you have for me to share with Aquarius? And if I didn't mention this, Aquarius, this reading is valid until the end of June here. So to give you a bit more time here to work with the energies of these cards here. So what additional messages, Spirit, would you like me to share with Aquarius? see what we have, starting with the bottom card. It's time that you surrender stress. You know, you guys have been stressed out a great deal, and it's going to continue if you don't let it go here. So take a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, and take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension that you've built up in your body and let the stress go as you come back to your center. It's time that you surrender to passion. You know, it seems that your relationship certainly needs that, all right? It's time that you get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people and or activities, ladies and gentlemen, that ignite your passion and let it flow. It's time that you learn to surrender the habit of people pleasing, okay? Which means that because, again, we're going to get back to this yin yang aspect in your cards here. You know, one of these energies seems to be dominating, either the masculine or the feminine. And perhaps because that energy is so dominating, you're just a yes type person, you know? So speak your needs and, you know, be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you're going to be sad. All right? It's time that you surrender obsessive thinking. I can't stress it, you know, any further here. All right? Because I feel, even though you are in an existing relationship, I feel that some of you are still stressing over an estranged ex here. Okay? So it's kind of hard for you to kind of move on and have a more harmonious relationship when you're so focused here on others. All right? And so that this is why forgiveness is very important here. It's very key here. Okay? And understand that certainly if you are in fact obsessing about a person or situation, it's time that you turn the dilemma over to spirit, because certainly doing so will help bring you clarity or even in fact solve the problem. Okay? And last but not least with these cards, surrender your belief in scarcity. Okay? Which takes us back, ladies and gentlemen, to abundance here. You guys are always worrying about materialistic things. And again, abundance comes in many forms. And the key to understand here is that the universe is really asking you, ladies and gentlemen, to open to the infinite nature of abundance. Because in this way, you're going to begin to really remove blocks in your life, and you're going to succeed beyond your wildest expectations here. All right? I'm going to go on and get out a few more cards here to kind of, well, actually messages here that I have here on these little cards here that I have. Messages to kind of help you nurture your relationship a little bit further here. So I'm going to go on and shuffle these up and get you 4 messages, ladies and gentlemen, that Spirit would like you to hear regarding your romantic situation. Okay? So what messages would you like me to share with Aquarius? Let's see. Okay, let's get 4 out. All right. Let's start with the first message here. Every experience, regardless of whether you perceive it as good or bad, it comes with a gift attached. Yet sometimes the gift is only revealed with the passing of time. Trust all is as it should be. Okay? Every loving thought is a seed of love. Sometimes the seed sprouts instantly, and other times it lies dormant for a while. The timing really doesn't matter. Love always grows into greater love. So you can see here, just with these 2 cards here, that your romantic situation, for those of you who are in an existing situation, is about to improve. Okay? Just try to inject some of these messages into your life here, telling you what things that you might need to let go. And, you should see some improvements in your situation. Okay? Let's get you another message here. Surrender all that no longer serves you. Let all that remains buried in your heart come to the surface and be healed. And you can't do that, ladies and gentlemen, until you what? Forgive. It's very important, all right? Let there be space for new energies to enter, and you're going to see that a new beginning is certainly about to emerge for you guys here, all right? And last message with these cards here, try to kind of look at things more from a more feeling type level. Ask yourself, what is your heart saying? Because if you look at life purely through logic, you're going to always get to a point where it seems to make no sense. Because certainly true wisdom and understanding always usually tend to reside in the heart. All right. So, in conclusion today, Aquarius, I'd just like to go on and shuffle you up a message here or a postcard that I have and give you a message clearly meant specifically for you. All right. And this message, once again, or reading, is valid until the end of June. Something that you can really think about as you move forward here. So, Spirit, what additional message would you have for me to share with Aquarius? Okay, let's see. I'm going to read this one to you guys. Let's see what it says. Dearest you, we bet you must be so exhausted some days. Giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautiful in service to the highest good, can leave you feeling depleted like an empty well. If it feels as if there's no water for you, the good news is we have a plan. Today, go take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers or plant some in your garden. Make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well being now. No. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You do not have to explain. Just say no, gently but firmly, then go for a soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to center, replenished, and ready for more adventure. We love you so very much. Okay? So, Aquarius, this is what I have for you. Again, I hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share if this reading has resonated with you guys, and you can certainly send me over your comments. All right? Please don't forget to hit that subscription button. And if you'd like to have a more personal reading, I am available at will.brown at watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your day. Thanks a lot.